Oh my God. I tell you, Eva Wambui, you are so much drama.
But tell you what happened before this.
We're live. We're
Oh,
live. You are too much drama. I'm going to need you to sit exactly like you are sitting.
I am not moving.
Do not move.
Actually, no drinking water because,
If you drink water, it'll all get messed up, right?
yeah, we'll just drink water later.
I know. I know. So anyway, you this is just too funny. And guys, I tell you, good morning, Joanne. Oh, Joanne, I tell you, I'm glad you're the first one to join because
Good morning.
Eva and I are just we were trying to figure out how to get on here real quick, and it was a little bit dramatic. So excuse us. Let's flash. Let's fan ourselves.
Yes, we did good. We did good. We did good. We did good. We did good.
So good morning, everybody. Good morning. This is going to be so much fun. This is the guest that I have been waiting for, and I tell you, Joanne is here, Lily is here, and then Carol Nyaga is here. Susan is here. All your people are joining. Can you see them?
Yes, I can. Thank you. I'm so happy to be here.
Okay, good. So anyway, you guys are going to make sure that we make Eva feel as comfortable as possible because she's a Facebook Live virgin. So today is her first time. Oh my goodness, Irene is here and she's so proud of you. And everyone is really excited that you are here with me today because we are going to talk about you and every beautiful thing that you have done. How do you feel today?
I feel good. I am happy to be here. It's about time.
Yes.
I have when I left Facebook, there was no live, there was no stories. It's a whole different ballgame now. So
yeah.
I'm happy to be here.
I'm
very excited.
The funny part about it is you had left Facebook and then you joined my mastermind.
Yes.
And then and Eva is a phenomenal lady who lives in Atlanta, and she joined my mastermind. And I was like, you kind of have to be on Facebook to be in my mastermind.
Yes.
Right?
Yes, that was it. I had to come back. It was a whole different. It was different. I left Facebook maybe 6 years ago, or maybe 5 years ago.
Right.
Yeah.
Right. So anyway, for those of you who don't know Eva, I'm going to introduce you to Eva as I met her over the years. So first of all, I'd like you to know that I had heard her name before I met her. That's the first thing. And I was in the running space with Black Girls Run Atlanta. And so I think that's the first time I heard about you.
Yes, that was okay. I think so.
Maybe 10 years ago.
Yeah.
Yeah, it was
about not more.
If not more?
Yes.
Have we been running for that long?
Maybe. I know. It's been many years.
Actually, it might have been 2010 or 9.
Yeah, I think I knew your sister before. So it's been many years. It's been many years. Yeah.
So I met her and she was this superstar at Black Girls Run. So for me, I used to I was a very slow runner. Still, I'm very, very slow. And every time we had a race, everybody would be waiting for Eva to finish. And it was a big deal that Eva finished. And it's not because she was slow. It was not because you were a slow runner. It was because at the time you were running and you had a health challenge. Now, what was that?
A cancer.
She had cancer, and she is a runner who has been running through cancer. And that was a big deal. And so I got to finally know you. It would be high until, what was it, a couple of years ago. Has it been 2 years ago? We went on a girls' trip to Mexico.
Yes, about 3 years now.
3 years now.
Going 3 years.
Yeah, we go on a girls' trip to Mexico. And on the girls' trip, Eva and I are sharing a room.
Yes.
It was a very special room because when we walked in the room, what did we find?
We found a letter that said Mr. and Mrs. Njogu. And I was like, why did they assume I'm the Mr.? They don't even know us.
Exactly. So from then on, it became a fun thing where she would call me and she'd be like, my wife, I called you.
I know. I was like, no, I have a wife, apparently.
Exactly.
According to Mexico.
According to Mexico, we were a couple. So it was really funny. And Eva and I got along on that trip because we're both early morning risers. and I would go to the ocean and meditate, and Eva would go and run.
Yes. So then we'd meet back in the room. It was so much fun.
We'd meet back in the room at 9 and we'd have breakfast for 2 hours.
Yeah. Yes. Literally 2 hours.
Yeah, we like eating.
Yeah, and then we'd go to the beach. I mean, go to the, it was a good trip. It was good to bond, and it was a good trip.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Now, I think, Eva, the key thing that I wanted everybody to know is that you have launched a line of bags.
Yes.
And they are beautiful bags, and they've been going around on Facebook through our common friends this week. And the line of bags is basically an African-inspired motif bag. So it's a crossover bag with different elements of what we would consider Africa. It's African-fused handbag, right?
Mm-hmm. Yes, African-fused, made in Kenya, shipped from Kenya. It's yes, it's been an interesting journey, but I'm glad they're finally here. And it's a growing brand. It's Hope and Bags is a bag that is bringing everything I've wanted to life. You know, it's something that I've been able to work with the people in Kenya, and up to now is just a lot of joy. I can't wait to see how many more of this I produce. So,
Right. And before we go into talking, I want you to tell everybody your Instagram handle.
It's Hope and Bags. We're going to come to Facebook soon. But until then, let's all meet at Hopes and Bags on Instagram. There, I'm a star. Now, if you need any pointers, let's meet there. But I'll be coming to Facebook soon. But please.
So Eva is coming to Facebook soon. That is funny. So funny. Eva is coming to Facebook soon. Yes. So basically, that's how bad she is on Facebook. She hasn't quite gotten it yet. She knows how to do the mastermind on Facebook, but she doesn't know anything else yet. So we're working on that. Right?
Yes, please be patient. Yeah, I will be opening up. I mean, even just getting a page going on Facebook is So just be patient, and I'm working towards having a page for Hope and Bags. But until then, I'm on Instagram. If you don't find me on Insta, just send me a message. Still trying to get better at those two. So everything is coming together. Leaving Facebook has. When I first left Facebook, I left Facebook maybe about 4 years ago, 5 years ago. And it's after my uncle passed away I didn't want to be in a space of, I wanted to figure out what to do. And so that's one of the reasons why I left Facebook. But now that I have a reason.
Yes. Yeah. I didn't realize there was something bigger. There's something bigger. Okay, that's great. That's fine. Yeah, I get it now. So I'm not going to give you grief anymore. Now, here's the deal. Most people say, where's your website? Where's your website? But the one thing that I'd like to emphasize is this. When one of the 4 things, there are 4 stages in becoming a brand. Okay. At first, you're a hobbyist. It's a hobby, and you're making these and maybe selling. And then you become a professional. And then you become an influencer, and then you become the brand. But most people are confused, and they want to be the brand right up front. And the question is, what are you selling? So for the people who keep asking, where is your website? I'm like, do not build a website and spend money before you know exactly what you're going to be doing with it, right?
Yes.
It's not to say that there's something wrong with technology. I say, get the money in your pocket first.
Yes, that is true.
How it is, right?
Yes. Yeah, and it will come. It's just I need to get a feel of the market, I'll come up with a plan, and I will come up with a website. I have my friends who are always trying to tell me what way to go, so that is coming.
Yeah, but before that, let's tell everybody the story. We're going to tell everybody the story of Eva, and the story of Eva is, it is ups, downs, sideways, and everything in between. And I think some of the folks here know that of course they know that you have had cancer, and it has been several years. How many years of a journey is it?
It's been almost all my life in the US, and I've been here 17 years. 17 years, right? 2004. Let's do that. Yeah. I've been sick since 2004.
Right. And so the first thing is, if for those of you who met you at Engage, they heard a little bit of your story, but I know that if we tell it now, it'll be very, very different from what it looked like back then.
Yes, it is.
It is more.
Yes, now it's brought so much more. Mm-hmm.
Yeah, and when you came in 2004, you had already started feeling sick in Kenya, right?
Yes, I had been sick. I've been going in and out of hospital quite a bit when I was in Kenya, but never got diagnosed until I came to the US. Actually, I came to US 03, and then I was diagnosed in 04.
Right.
So yeah. So pretty much maybe 6-7 months into my stay here, I used to get swelling, and then I used to just think maybe the weather change. And I was like, for 6 months though, it's been too long. And then I had my cousin here who's a doctor, and that's when he said we need to go to the hospital. So, yeah.
Right. And so you go to the hospital, and I want to go through the reason I want to tell the story about your diagnosis is because it's quite an interesting story. And I think it is related to a lot of things and the way you have lived life. And I'm going to tell you why I think so, okay?
Yeah.
You go to the doctor and you are diagnosed with cancer, and they ask you if you know what leukemia is, and you say yes. And what did you want them to do?
I wanted them to I thought it was, I was just lacking vitamins.
Yes.
I was like, if I take vitamins, are we good? What do we do from here? And I remember the doctors going, this child I was young, and I came to the US as in my 20s. I was young. So I'm not trying to tell my age, so nobody do calculations. I was young. So when I told them if I take vitamins, should I be good? I'm sure we can, not knowing that what really leukemia was a form of blood cancer.
Yeah.
So there's the clueless is what frustrates them off.
Yeah. Now, let me ask you a question. Did you know what leukemia was? You really didn't know what leukemia was?
No. And then, they said you have a form of leukemia.
Right.
Yeah.
Right.
Yeah.
And so here you are, and the doctors believe that you probably don't understand what is going on. And then you go into straight denial.
Yes, I did. I went back. I was working at a daycare then, and I went back, and I was like, life went on, and I was really unwell. But I was like, if I ignore it, maybe it will go away, and then, or if it would just pass, and then if I get the vitamins, which they already told me, Eva, leukemia is blood cancer, if I ignore it, it will just go away, so I went back, and it was normal until back then. Mostly when they realized how uninformed I was and how I didn't know what I was about to get into, they thought it was best I first talk to a psychiatrist who would help me through this journey.
Right. And fortunately, it's a part of the American experience. The psychiatrists, if they notice that there's a problem, they will give you someone who helps you through the mental part.
Yes.
When you're working on it. Yes. But here's the interesting thing. Eva is an immigrant. And so a lot of times we have a lot of problems.
Yes, we do have a lot of problems.
We include not having insurance, not knowing where to get it, and not knowing what to do when you have such a big diagnosis, such as cancer.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, I didn't have that. I was here to get a better life so that I can provide and give my family a better life.
Right.
So I didn't have time to sit and worry about leukemia. I was here to go to school, get money, figure it out. That is why I came to the US, just like any other immigrant. So,
right. So you get an angel in the name of Dr. Frank. Dr. Frank becomes your angel. And I can only imagine what was going on in Dr. Frank's mind when he found out, when you were in so much denial. Did you ever talk about it?
I think my level of denial, I think it scared him. This doctor had lost a daughter who would have been about my age so to him it was when he got handed my case, it was I needed to make this right for my child. And here it is, because I think years later he told me, when they first handed me the file, they told me, this one is going to be a hard one. This is going to take work. Yeah. And of course I missed the appointments because, again, if I ignore it, I'm sure it will go away. And he came to my house and I'm like, wait, what? When
the doctor comes to your house, you know you have a problem, right?
Yes, and he was very nice. He softly knocked, and then we used to have the little pick door, and I'm looking, and I'm like, what is going on? And he's like, you missed your appointment. I'm like, you're like, you're old. What are you doing at my house? Anyway, so it was, from then on, that man is the reason I honestly think I was able to fight for the many years I did, because he taught me from the start, if you're not mentally ready, you're not going to make it.
But isn't that a lesson for everything, guys? I mean, the one thing that you've got to just hear, that if you're not mentally ready, you're not going to make it for anything. For life, not for any job will you make it if you're not mentally ready. If you're a mom, you're not going to make it if you're not mentally ready. Really, it was a lesson to just life.
Yeah, it was. We needed to get to, and I'm telling you, even over the years, if I'd go for chemo, and he felt my mental state was not there, he'd be like, let's skip this treatment.
Yes.
Because you're struggling, and I think, honestly, that is why. And he wasn't afraid to tell me, no, it's like, we can't do that. And so I think over the years, that has really helped me, even when he passed. I mean, it really helped. And I think and I think even now when I do my mastermind classes, like, I need to apply the same mentality. Exactly. I kind of got comfortable and I forgot,
You forgot that lesson.
I forgot that lesson.
Yeah.
And I think it back.
Yeah, it's really interesting because when you look at the denial, I wonder, did it become a part of your life in other areas where you compartmentalize so that you can deal? Is that what was going on?
Yeah, I did. I remember I came here and got sick, right?
Yes.
So I didn't have, and I'm not saying other people have had my experiences were very different.
Yeah.
I didn't get to, be that, yeah, I'm going to have a good, I mean, I did to some extent, but in the back of my mind, first of all, I wanted to keep up with everybody else.
You're 22. That's what 22-year-olds do.
Now people know my biology. Yeah, exactly. I wanted to live that life. And then also another thing, I stayed in the US for about 4 years without knowing a single Kenyan.
Yes.
Right? Until now, who is now my best friend ever, introduced me to Kenyans, right? I didn't know anybody. So my way of looking at things was I'd stop working and then go for treatment. Because when I first got sick, I had to get crazy infusions.
Yeah.
So yeah, I did. I was in a lot of denial because I felt like my life had been handed to me.
Yeah.
And I needed to accept that now I have cancer. So most probably I won't even live that long, because they didn't think I was going to make it to 30. Because I had really, when they look back, they think I'd been sick I got sick in my early teens. So we didn't know what was going to happen.
Yeah.
So they just like, well, we're here and this is life, I'm just going to, I'm just going to do the best I can. But again, what was the best for me? It was try wake up, not wake up. Yeah.
Now I'm going to run through a couple of things that I just think is important. And I remember this from your Engage talk. You talked about losing your apartment.
Yeah, I did. I found everything outside, and people are savages. They took everything in like an hour, if that.
Yeah. So you were evicted.
Huh?
You were evicted as a result of
I was evicted. I was evicted. And again, I didn't say that had they known I was unwell, I don't think it would have gone that way, but I never said.
Right.
So I was like, again, if I ignore it, they'll leave me alone.
Right. And then you had to live in your car for a few days.
Yeah, I slept in my car for 2 days. And when I say my car, it was a hoopty. So barely made it, because that car died in the highway eventually.
Yeah.
So I slept in the car 2 days, and I thought that was, I think, the lowest I ever got to.
Yes.
Yeah.
And all this time your family didn't know.
My family, I mean, even my family watching Engage, it was hard because some things they didn't know.
Mm-hmm.
Because not like I couldn't ask for help, but I just never did. Because remember, I came to America to make a better life.
Yeah. But let me ask a question, and I just wonder about everybody. What is it about the immigrant child that feels the need to hide their pain from their family? What were you going through at that time? Because I did it. There were many things that I went through alone. Alone. There's something that I have gone through that I shared with someone for the first time yesterday. I have never told a soul. I went through my entire bankruptcy, 5 years, without telling a soul. Mm-hmm. What is it? What do you think it is about the immigrant that doesn't want to let people know what's going on?
I mean, I think it's the judgment, right? It's the you want to be where your peers are. It's the judgment. You want to be able to live the life that you. Coming to America was a privilege back then. Getting a visa was a big thing. So what do you mean now you're here asking us for help when we send you to America to get help so you can help us?
Exactly. So look what Catherine O'Dara says: because we feel that we carry the village on our backs and we do not want to burden the core of the village.
Exactly. That is true.
Right. Yeah. And then Joanne says unreasonable expectations.
Exactly.
And sometimes family who has those expectations, and sometimes it's your expectations of yourself.
Exactly. Yeah, it is. It's expectations of, because had I told them I'm unwell, life, until when now they found out, because I eventually had to tell them, they helped. They were like, what do we need to do?
Yeah.
Some said I go to India, which is a little off. But anyway, so
the time is just like, no. No. Oh, this one's a good one. Hilda says we don't want to be a disappointment. That might be it. Or we think that we're representatives of the family. And so the family has and we act like we're queens or something. We're representatives of this kingdom. And
we're representatives in America. What are you talking about?
Yeah. And I think this is one of the key things that it's so important for us to have community. And I think for me, that's one of the things that I cherish most about our mastermind and our classes, because the class is designed in a way that you come into a Zoom call and you meet a bunch of strangers. Usually they might be between 20 and 25. And the class is on Zoom. So all of you are on there meeting for the first time. But what typically happens is you build a community over time. And you eventually have these friends that most of whom you have never met and become your community.
Yeah, that's true.
I wish I had known that in 1991 when I opened Atlanta. Because I opened Atlanta. I've been here for 30 years this year. Now, I want to go into the life that you have led while you have been recovering. What is it? Basically, the life before you came into my class, right? And I know you had said that you've been passed over for jobs. People think you cannot work because you're going to be sick. Some people don't refer you to jobs because they think you're not going to make it. There's been a little bit of a difficulty in finding stable employment because of the idea that you will not be able to perform. How has that helped you? How has that made you feel?
I think it was, in the beginning, it was a little bit tough. But again, I have a very good circle of friends, right? Yeah. I have friends who remind me, because it's true, I have always thought that I've been passed off because maybe people didn't think I was going to make it. Because you hear friends saying, hey, let me refer you to my job.
Yes.
I honestly cannot say, and if I have forgotten, I apologize, where that has happened. And I've always wondered, is it because they think, well, maybe she's not even going to be here long enough?
Yeah.
So those are some of the things. Or I always felt like people always knew it's Eva.
Yes.
Who's sick.
Yes. And so you feel kind of passed over. But I just want to say this, is that no matter what, and this was a light bulb moment for me, I bring this up because I think it's really important for us not to look at people as the part that you see. Let's look at the person as the whole person, because you came into my mastermind. And one of the things that I asked you to do is to find your dream.
Yeah.
And I was like, Eva, what's your dream? What's your dream? And I have never had anyone in my class who says, what's a dream? What is this dream everyone is talking about?
I didn't have that.
What happened? Where did your dream go?
I think it's realizing that I am so much more than everybody. Well, and not everybody, even myself, right?
Yeah.
I realized I can offer so much more. I want to do so much.
Yeah.
I needed to shift my mind. And again, I have my friend who is always who's done that over the years, but I never really listened. I'm like, she doesn't know. She's not here. She doesn't get it. That's what I used to say. So I'd always go back. But when I came to the class, now I was ready. I was ready to be so much more. I wanted to live, I wanted to show off. Is that the word? Show off.
Yeah. Why not? Because I think when you look at it, I think one of the things that I'm thinking about is that you had possibility in you. You had a desire for something. You didn't even know what it was. And you have a desire for this. This desire is possibility trying to express itself. Right?
Yes,
and for everybody who is looking for, they're like, I need to find my purpose, or what is it that I was put on earth to do? This job is not for me. What it is truly possibility trying to come out and express itself, because it has to express itself. Possibility is in you, so it's spiritual, but it has to express itself in a thing.
Yeah, it has to
actually do something, be somewhere, go somewhere, do some work that shows that this thing within you becomes a physical thing, right?
Yeah.
And you came into the first mastermind, and
I did. I came to the OGs of mastermind class.
Yes, the original one.
Yes, I was in that class, and then I dropped off because I was still not feeling well.
Yes,
I had a lot going on, and when I look back, it's like I just wasn't there yet. I still had a lot of second doubt.
Yeah.
But then when I came in the second time, I'm like, nah, let's go. I am going to do this, and I'm going to change my mindset. And here we are.
Yeah.
2 years later.
Yeah. So you come into the class, and the first day I'm like, write down your desire. And you're like, what is my desire? What is this desire you keep talking about? It took you a moment.
Yeah, it took me almost the end of the over halfway.
Yeah. Now, let me ask you a question. Was it because you had been so consumed with being sick and trying to get well that you just couldn't see it?
It was that. And I didn't think I honestly didn't know if I would live up to it. Right?
Yeah.
I didn't think I would be able to make it work because of so many obstacles. Financially, how was I going to do this? Where am I? I have a desire to show the world, but at what capacity would I be able to do that?
Yeah, it costs money.
It cost a lot of money, right? Yeah. I needed the money. How was I going to get the money? But I stopped worrying about the how, and here we are.
Okay, now that's the lesson most people are learning, is that there is a how. Eva, I'm so sorry I made you cry. Do you want to get tissue?
Yeah, I'll be right back.
Guys, I'm so sorry I made her cry. But let me go ahead and do while Eva's getting tissue. She says, Stella says, in South Africa, people call it black tax, making the money, then taking care of your family to show how you can tell them you have problems, yet you got to pay black tax. Yeah, so it's black tax that is part of the reason why people don't tell anybody that they have problems, right? And then Lillian is so excited for you. She says you showed up and you showed out, and that was really fun, right? And then Irene says, Irene had a light bulb moment while you were talking, and she says, "Oh no, I'm so sorry you felt that way. You've always been worthy," and that's one of the people who's in your circle. I don't mean to make you cry. I don't mean to make you cry, but this is really important to show that you have always had a circle around you, and they have always been here for you. And so when you came into the class, you pretty much knew that there was someone pushing you. You knew there were people pushing you and getting you ready to go. And that is the thing that people love so much about you, right?
Yes, yes.
Okay, so we go through the process. In the class, there's one thing that you were such a good student of. During COVID, last year, that's when you joined the class.
Mm-hmm.
And I said to everybody, when you start your day, close your eyes and do what?
And envision your life.
Envision your life.
Envision how your life is going to turn out. And I think that was a good lesson. It was, sometimes I would have to do it more than once because mindset would change, you know. Because during COVID, it was very hard.
Yes.
I think last year, and it came from a mental place. I'd just done immunotherapy, which was very intense. And on top of that, there's the mental well-being.
Yeah.
So envisioning my life, I was like, I just need to envision end of the day, you know.
Yes.
Things are not, you know. So yeah, that really helped to envision me traveling in my bag, and you know, people ask me, where you get the bag from? You know, so that really felt good. In a minute, I was lost in my own vision.
So let me explain to you what the exercise was. When you have a day, and I'm going to tell everybody else who doesn't know this, who hasn't been in my class, when you're struggling with enjoying your future, you have so many things going on. What I ask folks to do is at the beginning of the day, when you get to your desk, sit down, close your eyes, and just imagine, let your imagination go wild and see what that day, see it in your mind. See in the mind's eye what you would create. And that's what Eva became a student of. And she did it every day. And she's saying sometimes in the middle of the day, she did it more than once. Mm-hmm. She would do it whenever she felt the vibration going low, and you feel that feeling where you're feeling down. And that's when Eva did that, right? Close your eyes, envision the day and the future, no boundaries, because your mind doesn't know the difference between reality and not real. Yeah. That was the whole thing, right? Yes. And Eva became a student of it.
Mm-hmm. And it helped.
You still do it?
Yes, yes, I'm getting back. Yes. Mm-hmm. For a minute there, I had forgotten that feeling, mm-hmm. but now I'm gotten back to it.
Yeah.
The other day, my friend called me, and I told her I need to get off the phone because I need to envision before my day starts, and you know I have to pray before the day starts for me, and because I know the challenges that come with sometimes some of my days. So yeah. It has helped.
Yeah, you did that. And then you started, eventually you said someone gave you a gift of a handbag and you loved it so much and you were like, the world needs to experience this bag.
Yes, about just right after we did Engage, my friend went back to Kenya and to say thank you, they're like, what can I send you? I was like, well, I like anything African. I like anything Kenyan. And one of my cousin sisters had seen this bag and she sent it to me. And I was like, well, I want this. And thinking, what are the expectations, you know? But I really liked from what the picture showed, right? Yes. So anyway, I get the bag and I'm like, this is it. This is absolutely it. I need to know how I can get this bag. It was everything. It was everything I wanted a bag to have.
Yes.
And
so that was really cool because at the time you were looking, someone asking you what you wanted as a gift, and at the time you were looking for something to do because you knew I have a gift that I'd like to exploit. Mm-hmm. And let me see. And it's amazing how, and they're not coincidences. Someone told me yesterday to call it a God incident. It's not a coincidence.
Good one.
That person asked you for that bag, and so you connected with the makers of the bag, and we're not going to release any of your trade secrets.
It's been a journey.
It's been a journey. We're not going to tell anyone where you get these bags from and what you do, but they're these beautifully crafted bags that and if you haven't seen them, just go to my Facebook page. I'm so excited to share them, and they're just these beautifully crafted bags. And the first time I saw it, I was just like, wow, it has a very good leather, very well made, then the African fabric inside, and then the beadwork maybe on the handles and sometimes on the purse, and there's just a variety of ideas. Now, do you get to participate in the creative process?
When I started,
Mm-hmm.
I wasn't, right? I
Mm-hmm.
was just the person, right? I was just the delivery, right? But now we've gotten so good that I am allowed to do that. We become my girl in Kenya. We're such good friends now, and she lets me. I'll give her something, and she's like, "Yeah, let's do that." And then she'll be like, "And I can also show you what else we can add," right?
Yeah.
And so, I truly enjoy. I like her so much that I enjoy working with her because now she knows my why, right?
Yes.
She gets it.
Yes.
And so it's just been once I stopped fighting it and trying to, okay, as Kenyans say, undercut or try to figure it out, it's actually been a good relationship.
Yeah.
I wouldn't trade her for it. She's just a good person now, and
Yeah.
we're in a good place.
Right.
So yeah.
Because I think one of the things that happened is, as you go through the class, what normally happens is they experience some hardships. Everyone experienced some sort of a hardship, and it just comes with trying to do something new. And so she had communication problems. She had problems with the product. She had every kind of product, and I was just like, look, go back to the lady and work it out.
And I did. Yes, that was very helpful. You told me, but have you told her your why?
Yes.
Oh man, no, because my energy levels were focused on something totally different, and I did, and I told her what my why was, and she told me I'll talk to my husband and we'll work it out, and it didn't even take 30 minutes.
Right. And the why was that when I get well, I'm going to travel around the world and I'm going to show the world these bags, and they're going to be practical bags that I can use while I travel. So it's not just a handbag. It's a handbag that has a purpose and reminds you of freedom.
It does. It reminds me of freedom. And just to go back a little bit, when I initially it was time for me to start, I was like, okay, now I have the lady, I have the bag. How am I going to finance it, right? I needed money. And the reason is, for a while now, I haven't worked a full-time job. So I needed to be able to figure out how I was going to pay. Talking to my friend, and she's like, I don't know why you always worry about the how. You need to always change your mindset. Money will come to you. So I'm sitting here. Well, back then, I was sitting there where I was sitting. Not literally right now.
Right.
And my Cash App, money is in my Cash App. So let me tell you, the funny thing is, sometimes you don't hear the little I don't have it set up where it notifies me.
Yes.
That day, it did. And somebody, one of my friends, had sent me money to start my business.
Check that out.
I wish I could say who she is, but I'm telling you, that is how I started my business.
And I tell you, you don't need money until you have decided to do something.
No, you don't.
You just don't need money until you have decided to do it. Because once you decide to do it, things happen. And this is how God's universe works. And he designed it this way. The people, the forces, and the circumstances that you need will show up. And someone somewhere will show up for you. Something will come in your way, and it'll enable you to do what you need to do. And I'm going to repeat this for those who don't know this yet. You do not need money until you have decided to buy the house. You do not need money until you have decided to start the class. You do not need money until you have decided to take your child to that school. If you haven't made the decision, you will find every single excuse not to get it done. The how will paralyze you. Just make a decision and go for it. And that's what Eva did.
I did.
Now I'd like you to see these comments. This is the love fest coming from.
These are the ones making me cry. So just
I know. These are the people making you cry.
Yeah, because I know all of them now. Some have messaged me. We become friends now. I'm telling you.
Right. This is the reason why Eva is crying like that. Lillian got her bag and she shed tears of joy when she got hers. And the print, it was just a beautiful, beautiful bag, just amazing. You guys take pictures and put them in the comments so everyone can see what a journey this has been. It is because of who Eva has become that she is able to pursue this dream and make people cry when they receive a handbag. Do you understand how serious that is? Right? And then look at Catherine. Catherine's daughter wanted hers. Mine is so beautiful and so whole. It is a bag of hope, and I love what it means. We are now fighting for it with my 5-year-old daughter. And guess what Eva is doing? She never came out 2 bags for little girls, but it's in the thought process now.
Yes, it is. I
right?
know what I have.
Little girls want bags too. Mm-hmm. And what does it bring? It bring you hope and bags. Mm-hmm. The hope of the freedom from living this difficult life.
Yeah.
And the freedom of being in that new space, right? Mm-hmm. I tell you, this has been quite a journey, and I'm so happy to see how it has been received, right?
Yes.
And, let me tell you, the comments are so cool. I even forgot what I was going to ask. And look at Kimunto is just affirming that the how will paralyze you. Don't ask how. Just say yes, mm-hmm. and let God do the rest, right? Mm-hmm. So what do you think now in terms of the crossover bag? I have a line.
Yes, you do. Coming up your way.
So you guys, I want to tell you about my idea for the line, and you women will understand who travel to Kenya. You have had that experience where your hand luggage is heavier than your suitcase? Your handbag weighs what your hand luggage should weigh. And you need a handbag that you can travel with. African girls, one that won't cut your shoulder, with wider sleeves. And then I want it to be really big so that as I enter the plane, nobody calls it my hand luggage, it's my handbag. And it can carry everything. If you're a mom, it looks like a diaper bag. It can work as a diaper bag. If you're a girl like me who carries books, shoes, underwear, change of clothes, and everything, it's in the handbag. So that's what I'm designing. So that it carries everything, computer and all that. So I said, I need a bag, but that's what I need. So I'm looking forward to that, that not just a crossover, but a tote bag that we can use for that kind of travel.
That would be the gin line.
Right? Right.
Yes.
So here's Rose says, because of who Eva has become. Let's talk about that. Who are you now?
Who am I now?
Tell us how you experience, what your day is like, how you experience the day and all that. So it could be a lot of things.
So my life now is truly how I think. I'll give you a perfect example. Literally before this call, I decided I was going to go take a walk, right? I'm trying to do better, right? So I was going to do a walk, run. In the whole process, going back to my car, I lost my key.
Oh my dear.
So it's 8:15. And I have a call with Jean at 9. My first thought was I need to call Jean and cancel because I don't have another key. The other key is at the house. And this is after my friend told me yesterday, you need to stop walking. And then I think that's a whole nother conversation. Anyway, but I changed my mindset. I was like, well, no. Get Uber, get home. We'll worry about the car later. Right?
What?
So, yes. And then my friend called me from Kenya and she said, change your mindset. I got here maybe 8:45. And then I got home, I was like, well, if I leave my car there, if somebody finds my key, they'll steal my car. So now I won't have a car, but I'll be on Facebook Live. So let me first go get my car.
Oh my goodness. I had no idea.
Yes, the key. So how has my life changed? I always now try and switch everything around to think in a positive way, right? And I changed my vibration right away.
Yeah.
I decided we're still going to do the Facebook Live and I can do both. I can get the other key, come for my car, and here we are. Would you have ever known?
No.
There's a key randomly in the streets of Atlanta somewhere.
Oh my goodness. But it's kind of funny because I've started noticing when you change, you had an appointment with me. You and I had talked and you said, oh, I need an appointment. I need to talk to you about my idea and da, 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 da. And I said, okay, no problem. And because in the past, you and I would just say, okay, call me. And one day you called me, and I'm big on everybody getting a schedule. Because if you schedule your life, then you are in charge of other people's lives. Mm-hmm. You know, have you guys noticed that for those of you who have a schedule? For me, if you call me at 9, I'm like, no, I can't do it because I have things that I do at 9, right? So when you have a schedule, you become the boss of a lot of people because most people are just drifting through life without schedules. So Eva calls me and she needs an appointment and she asks me, I say, okay, yeah, we can do it on Saturday. And then she says, what time? Because I need to put it on my calendar. I almost passed out. It was the first time I had heard you do the structured day. You are no longer spending your whole day watching reality TV or all the mindless TV there is.
Mindless, yes.
Mindless. So what have you changed? What is totally different in your environment?
I think having a schedule is important, and realizing that it's okay to ask for help.
Oh my goodness. Yes.
And when I mean help, it could be mental help. Like I said, 2020 was really hard for me mentally, really hard. But I learned to say, I am having a really hard day. Can we just talk? I just need to hear another person. So that has helped. A schedule has really helped. Mm-hmm. And then before most of my classes, I would always, my house will have nothing, total quietness, the whole day. Mm-hmm. But now my friends say, just turn on something on TV. It could be Bob just talking in the background.
Who's Bob?
And Bob Proctor.
So Eva has become a lover of my grandfather, Bob Proctor. I always say Mr. Bob Proctor is my grandfather. And someone said, that's not your grandfather. That's a white man. I was like, y'all don't know.
Bob no.
Grandfather. And so we play him in the background.
Yes, he's always playing in the background, and I don't have to sit there and look at him. It could just, sometimes I'll hear something, and so those things have changed. Yeah, I try, and I'm not saying that I'm always 100% on the positive mindset. But I've now learned how to bring myself back. My mirrors in my bathroom have messages that help me. Not that I'm always in that bathroom, but point is, my mind has just changed to the way I look at things. The way I think has really changed. And I think switching my vibration has also attracted different friendships. And that has really also helped me. So,
okay, let's talk about this vibration. Basically, what it is, and have you ever felt really excited that you're shaking? Most people don't know what that is. When that feeling of you're so excited that you feel like there's an undercurrent inside of you that's going on. That undercurrent is always there, whether you feel it or not, right?
Yeah.
When we're talking about change your vibration, we're talking about tell your mind to tell your mind that you are not going to experience life in the way it looks right now, and then you change it to match what you want it to be, right? And that's what Eva is talking about. And that is something that we learn in the class. We're basically saying, if you feel, because when you feel low, we say you are low vibration or high vibration, and you want high vibes. That's what you really want, is high vibes. Because everybody has walked into a room and experienced low vibes. Mm-hmm. You know what that feels like when you walk into a room and people are just like, it's just cold as ice. That is a low vibration. So Eva is now in control of how her day goes because she controls her vibration. And that's what she says, she switches. And it seems like you're using opposites. Like when you're sad, you walk yourself through to the other side and say, what would it be like if I could go to the other side, right?
Yes.
Yeah.
It's what I go to the other side, yes. It helps. It really does. And I think even now with my friends, they say they see the change. I was like, how bad was I?
By the way, I have people in my class enrolled because of you.
Was that bad?
Well, thank you for being that bad, because it got me. I mean, this time I have people who said, I did have a meeting with 2 of your friends, and they're like, tell me what you gave Eva. We want what she's having. So I appreciate you being such a good ambassador for me. And in addition to that, for me, and I'm going to say this to you because I don't think you understand it, every single thing I wrote in my list of what I wanted to help women do, you have done. And one of the things I said, I always say, I want to help women end the rat race. You are not in a race anymore.
No.
You have a purpose and you're living up to that purpose.
Mm-hmm.
I said, release the cultural shackles. You're not trying to be the Kenyan girl. You're trying to be a great woman,
Mm-hmm.
right?
Mm-hmm.
So that you can live the life of your dreams. And you are designing the American dream or the African dream that you want. You turn your wounds into wisdom. That's another thing I said. I wanted to help women turn their wounds into wisdom. And then I said I wanted to demystify philanthropy. The other day you called me and you said that you are able to give. A person who didn't have money to give is now able to give. You made a donation to a cause that you wanted to give to. And that's what I wanted to demystify philanthropy. There's so many things. When I look at my list, you check every single box. Now I just need you to sell a lot of bags so you can be a millionaire.
We are. We are. Thank you.
Really, Eva, we are so proud of you. Look at your love vest. Susan says, I love it. Joanne, the evolution of Eva is legendary. And then here's another one from your dear friend. Truly, you're truly one of one. God truly is a redeemer of time. And even when you never worked for so many years, he has restored the years the locust ate. And shine on into Nordstrom, Macy's, as well. We're going shopping. We're going shopping, right? And here's your love vest from Purity. They're so proud of you.
Thank you, Purity. Thank you.
Can you believe we have been talking for 1 hour?
That's amazing. You know, I can talk until what time does the live end? Never.
The live ends when you're ready. But here's my favorite part I want to end the live with. So Eva comes to my house the other day for a business conversation.
I need to tell that story. Can I tell that story?
And I need her to tell that story. Eva comes to my house the other day and she's telling me a story and I'm looking at her like, what? You guys will enjoy this.
So I went to see Jen and I asked her, so where is your passport? And Jen, with a lot of confidence, held her. She's like, you said it's in your safe?
My fire safety box.
And very confidently.
My fireproof box.
And so I told her why. And she looked at me like, I guess that's where everybody has their passport.
Hold on. Let me ask everybody, where do you keep your passport? Isn't it in the fireproof box? Right?
Majority.
So that it doesn't burn. Eva, tell your story.
So I tell her I've been listening to Clubhouse. I think I've seen, there's a lot of us on Clubhouse now. And the lady says, you have to envision everything, your why. My reason for selling my bags is to be able to have the freedom to travel. As I give the courses for whoever is going through, I also wanted the freedom to be able to travel. So it's like, that is so true. I'm a very visual person. And so I like to see what my expectations is. Mm-hmm. So to me, I went and I got my passport. My passport was also where Jean's was. And
a fire safety box.
Yes.
Fireproof box.
Now my passport goes everywhere I go. If I am in my bedroom, it's on top of the dresser. If I go to where I work, it's there too. When I'm having breakfast, it's right next to me. And the reason is I need to remember this is why I am doing this. This is a passport that will get me to countries I want to go to. And my bags is the money it's going to help me get the money. So I need to constantly remind myself, even on those days I'm second doubting myself. And so I have my passport everywhere. And I asked Jean, where do you hide your passport? It's not like there's somebody who's coming to.
She's like, it's not like anybody's going to come and take my passport. She literally travels around her house with her passport. And I was just like, guys, do what you need to do to trick your minds to make sure that you envision what your life is going to be like. And I tell you, Eva has taken, and we use the book Think and Grow Rich, and she has taken this book and taken it literally. And she was just like, I am going to manage my thoughts, and then I'm going to find out what is my desire. I'm going to have faith. I will tell my mind what to do through auto-suggestion. She found specialized knowledge, and she said, handbags is my thing, and I'm going to do it. And let me talk about that. Y'all, do your own thing. Stop living other people's dreams. Mm-hmm. Her specialized knowledge, she was like, what I know is my handbag. And then she created a plan. Am I on chapter 6, y'all? I'm literally reading the table of contents. And she just went on and on and on and did the darn thing. And let me tell you something, when she got to chapter 15 and there was fear, she went and found out what it says about fear. And she started doing what the book says to do. And then she's a good student in the mastermind. She shows up and she shows out, does her homework. These are the people who stress me out. When I haven't sent the homework, she's like, where is the homework?
The logins don't work.
And then she's like, I know you're talking. I know we are talking on the phone, but don't forget to send the homework. The logins don't work. Please remove the password. I'm just like, oh my God. Then she wants a time. But I'm so proud of the transformation. I'm so proud of the transformation. And I just want you to inspire. As Irene said, we're going to Nordstrom. We're going to boutique. We're going to have this bag. And the one thing about it is you open the bag, it says made in Kenya.
It is made in Kenya.
Really,
home country.
Really, really beautiful. So
thank you.
Stop living other people's lives. Live your own life. Find your own dream. I have a new class coming up. I have a class for men.
Yay.
And actually, you're the one who forced it into me. She's like, we need a class for men.
Yeah. Gino's like, give me a list. I was like, did you have a list when you started? See where we are now.
Let me tell you, I think the funniest thing for me is when you're, when I tell you something and then you repeat my words back to me from the class. To me, that's the funniest part of our conversation. Because this is what I said. She said, get a class for men. I said, give me a list of guys. And she's like, did you have a list of women when you started? Basically, she told me, go and get the list of guys from where I got the list of women.
Right.
Created from nothing. Created from the energy, created from the way God said, let there be light, is the same way we are learning to create. And we're creating from that purpose. We also go ahead and use our imagination. You let your mind run wild. You use your intuition. And by the way, you have to work. You can't just visualize things.
Yeah.
You have to be so excited about it that you can do nothing else but put together a plan. When you're excited enough, you will put together a plan. Yeah, even Joanne uses my words against me. This is another one. And then Eve says she likes the logo, Hope and Bags.
Thank you. Thank you, everybody. I can't see the comments, but...
oh, you can't see the comments on the screen?
They're popping up once in a while.
Yeah.
I see these right now.
Yeah.
But oh, is it over here? Sorry, this is a whole different...
No, this is a whole experience. Remember, you're new on Facebook.
But I'll be back.
You'll be back. And so what is it that you're doing? You still speak? I know COVID has been a little different. Are you still speaking, visiting cancer patients and doing that community service work you were doing?
No, I haven't been doing that. I have, again, COVID was hard there. I also needed to change my mindset a little bit because you will be surprised how that takes, and I don't have a problem. I mean, I have spoken to just even friends and family who are going through cancer. So it's not that I have any, it's not that I don't like it. I'm just, I'm not doing it right now.
Yeah.
But I'll pick it up again when my mindset is a little different. But and again, with COVID, you can do it on Zoom and half the time, people have their cameras off.
Yeah.
You'd be lucky that person is even there. So.
Yeah. The one thing that I do want to say, though, because I'm protective of Eva, I want to say this because I think there are a lot of people on this that need to hear this, is that, did you hear how Eva says, much as she's willing to help, she has to protect her mind Eva knows a lot about the process. Eva knows a lot about how to get resources. But while she's going through it, she's not always the person you should call to help you with your cancer or to help you with your family members' cancer. Because she too, much as she's done this 16 years, sometimes needs to be lifted up. And she cannot emotionally go through your process with you because she's going through her own process, right? And I think it's very important to say, because I think for a while there, I was sensing that you felt obligated.
I did. I truly did, because a lot of calls that I would get would be either friends, or friends, or friends, or friends' families, or mostly when it has to do with a child, you know?
Yeah.
That was hard for me to say no. But I think, and I get it, right? When I was first diagnosed, everybody wants some kind of assurance, right? You want to be given that hope. You want to be, you know, it always started by, oh, I was told. So already you've been given some kind of story about me. And I didn't mind, but I don't think people realized how much it took out of me, because then I want to help as much as I can, but it took away from me too.
Yeah.
And when either their family members make it, nobody comes back and says, thank you, or how are you doing? I don't hear. And again, it's not with everybody. Out of that, I've made very good friends.
Yeah.
One of my very good friends, I met her when her dad was diagnosed. So I'm not saying that it has all gone into vain, but I had periods where nobody came back and said, I didn't even know what happened.
Right.
So what I'm saying is, yeah, it would be hard, but I think having now to tell someone I can't, I still haven't been able to. But again, I think I was telling you, my mindset has changed a lot, that I don't get a lot of those calls.
Yeah, which is interesting, because it's like you change your vibration, you attract different people. Maybe that's what happened. We talked about that a little bit. And so you're not getting the ungrateful or the ones who will not understand the whole picture, right?
Yes.
So, yeah.
And go ahead.
Go ahead.
I've learned now to say, I'm getting better at saying I can't, you know, but sometimes I find myself saying, oh gosh, nobody told me. I'll go back and call them, you know?
Yes.
But again, I haven't gotten a lot of those. I think COVID slowed a lot of things down, I guess, when calls. But again, now I get friends calling to say, how are you doing? What do you need?
Yeah.
Or how can, you know? So my vibration has changed. And I think my mastermind, I've met so many great people, and they've ended up being my friends. So
yeah. And the thing you have to realize, in the words of my coach, Lisa Nichols, you can't serve from an empty cup. You have to serve from the saucer, from the overflow. So you fill your cup first and then you serve. But I think also, if you go back to the cultural shackles, there's a sense of obligation that African girls have for the caring of others. And so you just, and I will say a lot of women do it around the world. But I feel like African girls, women of African descent, have taken it to another level, where you literally give even what you don't have. You cannot serve from an empty cup. You have to serve from your overflow. And in order for that, there has to be some spilling over the brim into the saucer, and you serve from the saucer.
You have to.
That is the only way to do it. Eva, we did it. We did it.
We did it. I spoke. I was on Facebook Live. You know, I was, you know, the whole time like, I need to get back. I'm on Facebook Live today.
And then, you know, by the way, there's another version of Eva. There's a version of a shy Eva. I think some people know the shy Eva.
You'll be surprised. Majority of people know. I think I'm outspoken. It's the smart mouth. I think some point. I don't know. Everybody has different friends have a different feel. At work, they think I don't talk.
So I saw you shy once before, and I think it was valid because you were doing Engage, and you guys need to watch Eva's Engage. I watched it again this morning. It is funny as heck on a very serious subject. Guess who's on there? Don has just joined.
Oh, Don!
He says, "Hey, Eva." Does he know that he's part of the story of Hope and Bags?
Oh gosh, do not elevate kisses on this line. Do not elevate. We cannot.
Oh my goodness. God, he is so part of this story. He is so part of this story. And Eva's Engage is amazing. I laughed so hard this morning and I was like, what are you laughing at? This is a very serious story. But it was so well done. It was so funny. I just saw Dawn's name and I was like, they packaged it so well. And I was saying Shy Eva showed up on Engage. And when she came to my house the other day, I said, we're doing Facebook Live and you'll talk how you're talking here. Because when Eva comes to your house, she talks and she owns the place. So when I do Shy Eva, I was just like, this, I don't know this person. But I'm just in love with who you have become.
I think it has mastermind. I think I've told you this. Everybody needs to be in some kind of mastermind class. It has really changed my life. It has. I'm so grateful for you. For if I mention here, they will be so mad. So, and my friends, they know who they are, who have not let me give up, who have even before mastermind class. I think that has really helped me. I mean, my medically, I cannot say I haven't gotten good. I have, and so now I just want to change the world and travel the world.
Yeah,
you know, and. Okay, Cecilia, Zuka. Oh no! Thank goodness this live people can't join because Zuka would really like this.
She has a shy side. Everyone knows that.
So, I think my growth has come from those who are around me. I think that the people who have constantly stuck by me and made sure that I don't forget why I am doing this. And so now my bags get to tell my story. And
your bags tell your story. Your bags
get to hear it. And so I'm very excited to see where this goes.
Let me tell you, I wish I could put all these comments on the screen. They are hilarious.
Someone said I've never seen it. That's Miro.
I've never seen the shy side. Lily says you're amazing. Wambui says congratulations, and she says thanks for bringing her on. I had to bring her on. She is just a wonderful person. And if you haven't met Eva, follow her on Instagram on @hopeandbags. She's coming soon to Facebook. Have you ever heard anyone coming soon to Facebook?
I'll take anybody with help. I'll take it. What did they say? Message me. Anybody with pointers, I will do it because I want everyone to experience what I get to experience and just be among this journey together.
Yeah. And Design Your Life is coming up for women. I believe it's going to be sometime in May. I'm figuring out the dates and I'm doing the new one for men. I have 17 people on my wait list for women. So if you want to join, please let me know so I can know how to expand the classes. And then for men, ladies, send your husbands my way. Call your husband.
Call your husband.
Call your husband and tell him that I have a class for them. And I'm really looking forward to serving you. It is my honor to see all these beautiful stories come. I answered, I was obedient, and my life changes every time I have a new cohort of women coming into my class. I am the luckiest person in the world that I get to work with Evas. And I said this with Sally last week. These are the kinds of conversations I have every day. How lucky am I? Right? Because you guys show up, I am. I really appreciate you. Eva and I will continue talking after the show, so y'all go ahead and go by. We're going to hang up, and then Eva and I will have our after show. But we can't have an after show because she has to go and look for her car.
Okay, the car. I have the car now, but now now I need to take it. Oh no, it's just a lot. I'm sure my friend is on here. She had told me to stop. Stop walking. So I know I'm about to hear.
Thanks, friend, for letting
a lot of it. So,
making sure Eva got here. I really appreciate you, and I'll see you on Tuesday morning at 8 a.m. and then again on Thursday at 8 a.m. Eastern time. And I'll see you on Saturday at 9. And I have a special guest on Saturday. I still don't know. I'll tell you what it is. It's good. It's very good.
I'll be back next week.
Eva, stay for a second, please.
Okay. Bye, guys. Thank you.